This is the best team in the chain. It also happens to be my team. We have a sense of community and a culture that's similar to a family. However, one person's missing out of this picture, and that's Amber. Amber came to me last July with her resignation letter. It was quite a surprise. As I said, we're a sense of family. It was as if somebody was leaving the family. For her length of employment, she had been a great team member, a quick learner, and had a servant spirit. Her resignation letter told me one thing, and that was that why she loved working here. She was leaving to go to Best Buy because they provided an educational reimbursement program. Now, I had heard of plenty of companies that offered reimbursement programs, but they were all very restrictive, either requiring a specific college, a full-time workload, or a specific class of team members, such as leaders. But what I found with Best Buy's was that it was the most no-strings-attached policy that I'd seen. After 6 months of employment, you were eligible for the benefit. It provided $3,500 as long as you worked 32 hours per week. And then, of course, the grade requirement. Now, the difference between Best Buy is they're a large corporation, and I'm a small business with a total of 65 team members. I have 49 full-time equivalents for those of you in the HR, but we can talk about ACA another time. So what we needed to do was team up with, so I knew I couldn't do 3,500, but perhaps there was a number that would be beneficial to team members, but also allow me to provide that benefit. As I researched multiple different companies' policies and then talked to other franchisees, one thing was clear, and that was that each of the franchisees wanted a different plan. What works for me is not going to work for the other 1,499 entrepreneurs. We are in a different time of our career, have a different demographic makeup of our team, and would need different requirements. So I found a company in Quizzic who was able to create a customized solution for franchisees. They can support all 1,500 of us through that custom solution. They created a website portal for team members and franchisees. The franchisees have a framework policy, and then they get to make certain selections. So these are the selections, and this is what my policy looks like. So I took Best Buy's and made it even less restrictive. So employees are now eligible after just 12 weeks of employment. They only have to work 24 hours to be eligible, and then the dollar amount is $1,000. So $1,000 per team member who qualify. As I was going through and talking to franchisees about the program, one theme kept coming up over and over and over, and that was how this program is great for recruiting and retaining younger talent, but what about those team members who have been with us for a while who are past college? Well, let me introduce you to Eddie. Eddie actually worked for me in the mall in Norman, Oklahoma, and then relocated when I did. Eddie runs my kitchen, and that's him and his wife, Sylvia, and 2 of their children. Now, Eddie loves working on all of our equipment, but there's one class of equipment that he's never been able to work on, and that's HVAC and refrigeration. And he can't do that because it takes a certain certification in order to buy Freon and some of the other tools. With this new program, we made sure that our policy would allow not only college degree courses, but non-degree certifications. So Eddie can now go to a local community college or technical college and get a certification on HVAC and work on our refrigeration and heating, ventilation, and air. So that benefits both of us. It's a win-win. We have lower repairs and maintenance, and Eddie has a new trade and new confidence, whereas if he were to ever leave Chick-fil-A, he could still support his family. I'll also tell you just one more success story, and that was a franchise, also in Texas, a franchisee named Joshua. He came to me, called me just 2 weeks ago, and said not only has he seen an increase in applications that specifically mention tuition reimbursement, but he's seeing that his team, whether or not they've enrolled in the program, his team is more engaged simply because they see that he's willing to invest in them.